All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. We are just doing a little bit of a testing session. Right now we are in the Class A feature race here at Michigan International Speedway. These guys are in the practice session right now. About a half hour left here in practice before they hit the race. And we're just doing some testing here on a broadcast overlay for iRacing. Not really my own creation. It's one that I downloaded off of broadcast overlay graphics. So thanks so much to those guys. It's just a standard one that they have, and hopefully it'll be a good base for me to learn how to do this customization myself. But so far, I really kind of like the capabilities here, so should be pretty cool. So we're just doing some tweaking, just monitoring a few guys here. Take a look at the 11 car here. This is Scott Crump. Fast lap there, 36.432 here at Michigan. That is flying, man. Get that Toyota Camry hooked up. Looking good, man. Love the graphics. Looks like it got a pretty good size field. Probably would like to change the way that ticker works. I would prefer, at least for me, to see something scrolling from right to left across the screen, or at least maybe refreshing and then giving me the next crew. So just doing some clicking and checking. Looking view of that right front tire. On board here with Scott Crump. He exits turn 2, heading down the backstretch. About 24 minutes left here in the practice session. Right up against that outside wall as he comes off the turns. Look at new session leader, 22 car. Is Jerry Gehrman Jr. Might be Jerry German Jr. 36.420 is his time. Oh man, hard contact there with the outside wall. This instant replay here. There's a broadcast overlay graphics here. We'll see if we can't get an instant replay. Coming off after that fast lap. See, losing the back end, and he snaps right into the wall right there. See, he's losing the back end of that car, and then it slides or snaps back, and then hard contact with that inside wall sends that car spinning across the track. So I would suggest to you he's probably going to get some repairs done to that machine and get back out there for practice. Thank everybody for joining us here on the YouTube channel. Just doing some testing right now, just trying to figure a few things out here in the iRacing sim with maybe some aspirations of doing some broadcasting. We'll see how it goes. We've got about 20 minutes left here before we make it happen. Ooh, 37 car losing it. Coming down pit lane, man. Oh, and hard contact there. Oh, and he's up on the wall. Take a look here. Again, we'll... now that's something I can customize. See the 37 here coming down pit lane. Man, he's trying to make a pit stop there and then smacks that wall right there. And then he's up on the outside of it, or over the top of it. We'll take a look at it again. He makes contact, or actually almost makes contact right there. He's loose, and then he's trying to catch this car. And then into that inside wall there on pit lane and tears the front end of that car up. But that's the wonderful thing about sim racing is that you can just go get a new car and get back out on the track, and that's exactly what the 37 car has done. Ford Fusion there, number 37. See a sponsorship on that car. More contact right there with that outside wall, man. I tell you, he is really driving the wheels off this thing right now. The third on the grid. Here those tires really, oh man, again, same place right there, and then through the grass. Take a look here. Through the grass there, and some more contact for Michael Sarley. Take a look at the 11 car here, Scott Crump. So far, man, it just takes a little getting used to here, but so far, so good. Hopefully everything looking okay. Now, I didn't say I'm back to live. That's a little crazy. There we go, back to live. Different camera angles, probably not what we're going to be using much. See the 11 car having a little trouble there as well. Our practice leader here having a little bit of a battle there trying to hang on to that car. See, he's coming around off the turn and smacks that wall, and again losing that car off the turn. You see smacking the wall. You can't choose another camera angle here. I love the fact that you can see damage on this. My heavens, man, I love that. That is a huge change from what I'm used to with R-Factor 2. Something that if I can send out a big fat request to those guys is get some damage models. It's definitely something that I think provides a great aesthetic value, more realism, more immersion in a race sim. I mean, let's be honest, you know, one of those reasons that I got into sim racing was way back in the day, man, when Papyrus first put out that Indy 500 sim. It was on a 3x5 floppy, and it was cool, man. You know, if there was a wreck around you or you wrecked or whatever, but you could watch it on replay and see the pieces fly off the car, see the damage to the machine. Now I know those haters are going to say, hey, you know what, you don't race to get any damage, but you know, it's part of the realism. You know, if you're racing in a sim that doesn't show any damage on the vehicle, but there is damage, you know, the other drivers really don't know one way or the other. So I think it really adds more realism. That's the bottom line. Yes, we want the car to run or to race. Take a look at the 18 car here. Kendall Shaw, he's currently in the 18th position. We want the car to drive realistically. That goes without saying, but we also, at least from my perspective, I want to see some damage on that car. Here's Kendall Shaw, currently 18th on the grid, 36.969. Again, all I'm doing right now is just doing some testing. I'm not any official broadcast entity for this particular group of folks. Yeah, man, 214. That car was up to 214 miles an hour. That is flat out flying. See him coming down to the inside here to get a few things taken care of on pit lane. 42 car here. Kyle Rhodes, currently shown as 7th on the grid, 36.701. He's having a little bit of a battle there with the handling of that car somewhat. Gonna come down and make a few changes. Here's the 86 car, Rich Jameson. 12th on the grid, 36.873. Got Logitech sponsored Ford Fusion. On board here with Rich Jameson. Going down the back stretch. 205 and 210 coming up. Almost 210. Well in the 209 range. These guys are flat out flying. Down here on the below the light line. That 2. Well, I think I saw 211 there before he hit turn 1. Definitely like what I see here with the overlay. Big thumbs up there. Just going to have to play around with it and get it to look the way I want it to, and also learn a little bit more about the timing screens and all that. I think about 10 minutes left here before we make it happen. Guys currently in the practice session. And again, we're at Michigan International Speedway, a 2-mile trioval located in Brooklyn, Michigan. Track temperature 94 degrees. 75-degree air temperature here with a little wind coming out of the north. Pretty low humidity and partly cloudy conditions here today. Well, our top 5. Scott Crump, Jerry German, Michael Sarley, Daryl Jolie, and Nick Krischke. Apologize if I'm pronouncing any of those names incorrectly. Just doing some testing here. So Rich Jamison here, currently 12th on the grid, pulling his car down pit lane. The 42 car here, Kyle Rhodes, currently 7th on the grid. Take a look at the 18 and the 42. These guys sitting on pit lane. So we've got about 7 minutes or so left before we do the get to qualifications. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and this is just a little bit of a testing session right now. Nothing special going on here, just trying out a few things here with the iRacing sim. Currently in the practice session. We got about 6 minutes left to go. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on the YouTube channel. Coming up on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, we'll be at Palm Springs Speedway in the Ironman Racing Series, Chicagoland Speedway. Race number 2 in their brand new season, man, 2019 Season A. And they're in the, that'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. You can also go back and check out some of the really cool races we've broadcast. The High Octane Racing Saturday Night Thunder, the Bushwhackers Series as well. Even got some of my own iRacing stuff and got some special videos as well you can check out. So thanks so much for coming out and checking us out on the YouTube channel. Always appreciated. Thanks for joining us, and we're trying to just kill some time here before we make it happen in the iRacing sim. Just trying to get my feet wet here, and definitely a learning experience. There's a little bit of a learning curve here. So I'd suggest to you these guys are probably going through their pre-race routine. So again, if you're just joining us, we are right now in a little bit of a holding pattern. We got about a minute and a half before we see qualifications here in the iRacing sim. It's the Class A race at Michigan International Speedway. A little stock car action here for you tonight. Couple guys here on the track, I believe. All right, does look like these guys have hit the end of practice. So now they have entered, I think, official practice. So right now, a little bit of a holding pattern here, just waiting on to figure out what these guys are doing. I apologize for that.